Hey y'all, Michelle Raza here with Finding Yourself SATX Life Coaching, where since 2017 we've helped our clients develop a plan, set their goals, and track to completion. Check out my website. I'm at www.findingyourselfsatx.com. There in the shop section, you can start your journey today for only $19.99. Thanks. All right, pass the plug. Today I am very excited and sad to finish Dr. Gibson's Recovering from Emotionally Immature Parents. It's been a journey with you all. Thank you to all of you who have watched all the videos, including her first book of adult children of emotionally immature parents. In this second book, she really focused more, assuming that you've read her first, focused more on tips of how to deal with the emotionally immature people in your life. And so this Bill of Rights is really just a recap of the things that you need to keep in mind for yourself as you move forward on your journey. Starting with the next video, which I know I said I would be talking to you guys on Thursday, and today's Friday. I've been behind by a day. I think Valentine's Day threw me off, or maybe the weekend. So starting with the next video, hopefully on Monday, I'll be covering Melody Beattie's Codependent No More. And I really like that book. I can listen to it on repeat. I listen to books as I drive. It's just, you know, with the way things are nowadays and just being so busy, that's about the only time I get to read. So I do audiobooks. But I can listen to that book on repeat. It's really, really helpful for anyone who has maybe been an internalizer and become accommodating to those externalizers. So even if you've never heard of it before, if you're a fan of Dr. Gibson's works, I think you'll really be interested in this new book that we'll be covering next week. Also, I've talked a lot about growing your emotional maturity level yourself, your emotional intelligence. So if you're interested in that, I highly recommend looking at the playlist that I have on Dr. Gottman's works. The book that I cover is called What Makes Love Last, but Dr. Gottman covers relationships from parent-child to romantic to elsewhere. I mean, basically, if you talk to someone on a regular basis, so your coworkers, your neighbors, your friends, you're in a relationship with them. It may not be a romantic relationship, but you're still in a relationship with them. And it would behoove you to really improve your emotional intelligence level, because then you'll be better off dealing with everybody in your life, even strangers, even business. You'll get better business deals when you have a higher level of emotional intelligence. So pretty cool stuff. I'm sad to leave you guys on this topic, but I'm hopeful that you'll join me in the next book that we cover and also look at the other playlists that we have. Okay. Bill of Rights for adult children of emotionally immature parents. As we come to the end of our journey, I got this amazing lip gloss, but it tends to just do a little thing right here that I have to always clean off. As we come to the end of our journey, I want to leave you with the Bill of Rights to refer back to whenever you face challenges in an EI relationship. These 10 basic rights summarize what you've learned in this book, especially the idea that you are entitled to your own life. Please use them as a shorthand summary of how to stay centered when dealing with EI parents and other EIPs. I hope you will find them helpful. I wish you the very best in reclaiming your emotional autonomy, mental freedom, and inner life. My hope for you is that as a result of reading this book, you will use the insights gained here to derive maximum growth and self-discovery from any future EIP interactions you may have. 1. The right to set limits. 2. The right not to be emotionally coerced. 3. The right to emotional autonomy and mental freedom. 4. The right to choose relationships. 5. The right to clear communications. 6. The right to choose what's best for me. 7. The right to live life my own way. 8. The right to equal importance and respect. 9. The right to put my own health and well-being first. And 10. The right to love and protect myself. Sorry, there's details here. 1. The right to set limits. I have the right to set limits on your hurtful or exploitative behavior. I have the right to break off any interaction in which I feel pressured or coerced. I have the right to stop anything long before I feel exhausted. I have the right to call a halt to any interaction I don't find enjoyable. I have the right to say no without a good reason. Hold on, Mr. Earl wants to come inside. Here's Mr. Earl Grey, my one-eyed stray that found us over Christmas break. I'll put him down, but he's very assertive. He's just like his mama. So when he wants to come in the room, I have to let him in. Okay. 2. The right not to be emotionally coerced. I have the right to not be your rescuer. I have the right to ask you to get help from someone else. I have the right to not fix your problems. I have the right to let you manage your own self-esteem without my input. I have the right to let you handle your own distress. I have the right to refuse to feel guilty. 3. The right to emotional autonomy and mental freedom. I have the right to any and all of my feelings. I have the right to think anything I want. I have the right to not be ridiculed or mocked about my values, ideas, or interests. I have the right to be bothered by how I'm treated. I have the right to not like your behavior or attitude. 4. The right to choose relationships. I have the right to know whether I love you or not. I have the right to refuse what you want to give me. I have the right not to be disloyal to myself just to make things easier on you. I have the right to end our relationship, even if we're related. I have the right not to be depended upon. I have the right to stay away from anyone who is unpleasant or draining. So as I've been reading this, I've thought a couple of times that this may seem very selfish when you're reading it, but I think it's because the internalizer is typically a codependent who is giving more than they should and not allowing the externalizer or the dependent in some cases. And this is chemical dependency, but it can also be other things. We'll move on to it in the other book. But you're typically taking on more than you should. So everything she's telling us here is how to set appropriate limits. It's not telling you that you should never help your family or not be there for your family, but you have the right to set limits and have it be something that's reciprocal and fair. You shouldn't always be the one rescuing. You shouldn't always be the only dependable one. If they're able to depend on you, you should also be able to depend on them. 5. The right to clear communications. I have the right to say anything as long as I do so in a non-violent, non-harmful way. I have the right to ask to be listened to. I have the right to tell you my feelings are hurt. I have the right to speak up and tell you what I really prefer. I have the right to be told what you want from me without assuming I should know. 6. The right to choose what's best for me. I have the right not to do things if it's not a good time for me. I have the right to leave whenever I want. I have the right to say no to activities or get-togethers I don't find enjoyable. I have the right to make my own decisions without self-doubt. 7. The right to live my life my own way. I have the right to take action even if you don't think it's a good idea. I have the right to spend my energy and time on what I find important. I have the right to trust my inner experiences and take my aspirations seriously. I have the right to take all the time I need and not be rushed. 8. The right to equal importance and respect. I have the right to be considered just as important as you. I have the right to live my life without ridicule from anyone. I have the right to be treated respectfully as an independent adult. I have the right to refuse to feel shame. 9. The right to put my own health and well-being first. I have the right to thrive, not just survive. I have the right to take time for myself to do what I enjoy. I have the right to decide how much energy and attention I give to other people. I have the right to take time to think things over. I have the right to take care of myself regardless of what others think. I have the right to take the time and space necessary to nourish my inner world. The right to love and protect myself. I have the right to self-compassion when I make mistakes. I have the right to change my self-concept when it no longer fits. I have the right to love myself and treat myself nicely. I have the right to be free of self-criticism and to enjoy my individuality. I have the right to be me. All right, y'all, it's been a journey. Thank you so much for being here with me during this. Thank you, Dr. Gibson, for supporting us along this. Thank you for writing back to me and for your phone call. That's been amazing. And I really hope that y'all join me on the next journey, talking about Melody Beatty's Codependent No More. Please do check out my site and see if any of those guided videos with the life balance questionnaires are right for you. Those are only $19.99. If you would like, I can email you the PDFs for free. They were on my website for the longest time, but it was just too much. I feel like anyone who downloaded it just got quickly overwhelmed, and it's a lot easier done with a guide. So purchase those. They're not expensive. If you just want the PDF, contact me through email and I'll send that to you for free. Even if you buy all 7 of those and then you want to do live sessions and you and I have never talked before, I'll sit down with you the first time for free. Your first coaching session is always free. So y'all take care. Have a beautiful long weekend. I might actually post on Tuesday given that Monday's a holiday, but we'll see. Have a beautiful long weekend. It's really nice here in San Antonio. I love the spring. It's not 100 degrees yet. It's still kind of cool in the morning, warm in the afternoon. If you've never been, Fiesta's around the corner. In April, we have this awesome party down at the Riverwalk that's like a month long, and it's just booze and food and fun, and it's amazing. San Antonio is a great place. It's not like New York or Los Angeles or something that's super cool, but it's such a nice city and it's really beautiful. You can't beat the Riverwalk. It's lit up really nice during the holidays. They put lights on the trees, and for the past 2 years, just given COVID, and people's spirits being down, I think they've left the lights up a little bit longer. So it's just a really nice town to visit. I hope y'all make it down sometime. But I love your comments. Please do like and subscribe. Keep the comments coming. I do think that there's been some weirdness with the YouTube algorithms. I saw someone's comment come through, and I feel like it was a valid comment, but then YouTube got rid of it. So I'm sorry if that was you, if that happened to you. Just, keep trying to do your thing. And if anything, if you try to comment on a video and you can't get through or whatever, just message me through my website and we can chat there too. So y'all take care. Have a beautiful weekend. We'll talk again next week. Bye-bye, y'all.